Let's take a moment to learn from this experienced Springboard educator.
Shared reading is a great time to practice reading fluency with scholars. So during this time of the lessons, scholars get to see and hear you model what it sounds like to be a fluent reader, and also have the opportunity to really practice in partnerships or in small groups or in whole group reading like a fluent reader. So during shared reading, one strategy that I really like to focus on is the scoop strategy. And so what this strategy does, it really helps scholars read like they are storytellers. And so the scoop strategy is really broken down into three parts. The first one is the yellow light, and this really warms up and preps scholars to be able to scoop phrases together so that they can sound like fluent readers. So during this time, you can introduce sight words or any words that may be tricky for scholars that you can kind of model reading slowly so that it sets them up for success once they read it independently. Then after you go through any like sight words or tricky words and decode them together, then you can start showing how you would scoop phrases together, having scholars pay attention to punctuation, whether it's a period or an exclamation mark or a comma. And then you can either have them scoop the words with their finger, or if you're virtual, you can also show how you would scoop phrases or words with your annotation tool. So then scholars get some practice scooping phrases together, and then it's time for them to really practice on their own. It's the green light. Scholars get to put it all together. They get to read the sentences very smoothly, and they get to scoop as many phrases as they can to be able to sound like storytellers and really step away from sounding really robotic. So during this time, once you model what it sounds like to be a fluent reader and sound like a storyteller, it's really then a great opportunity to either have partnerships or small groups where scholars get to practice reading the passage, and then whoever is in their group can give them some glows and some grows, and it's a really good time for feedback. And then if there's time, scholars can practice again.